Okay, sure. Let's go.
All
right, Jess, you do it.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say? Just like, hi, kill of the week.
Yeah, just like that. Just kill the week.
Welcome.
Let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Kill of the Week. This week, Brandon had a pick, so he's gonna give us a rundown of what he picked and why.
You got to introduce the room.
Oh,
You know who's in the room? It's fine.
I mean, you know all of us by now, but if you really need another introduction, we got Josh. We got Brandon and Jill.
There we go.
And now we're ready to get into Brandon's choice of Kill of the Week.
Yes, perfect.
We're not Hollywood Squared.
Cut,
I know who
cut,
we are.
cut, print, and check the gate. Yeah, it's great. It was funny because I cut. I forget what it was. I think it was. I had Carly do it. I forget which one it was, and she's so young and full of life still. So it just was
like, and then there's
yeah. I was like, oh god, to be that young and youthful again. But yes, I chose for Kill of the Week Godzilla Final Wars, which the kill that I picked was when Godzilla kills the 1998 Matthew Broderick Godzilla film ZILLA, because I chose this one because, for one, I'm a huge Godzilla fan and Kaiju fan. Love all things Godzilla. Grew up watching Godzilla. It was a big thing. Like, my dad was a big Godzilla fan and like giant monster movie guy. So we watched them a lot as kids. But this one came out 2004, and I remember watching it as like, I guess preteen at that point. It was 2004.
Mm-hmm.
And it had 12. It was like 12.
You were 12, yes.
Yes. I know how old I am.
Uh-huh. Oh, talk about your monsters.
But it was like, it was great because I remember watching the 1998 version of the film, not liking it because it just didn't look right with a computer generated Godzilla. And then this film comes along, and I chose it mainly because Toho, being the magnificent company that they are, bought the rights to that Godzilla just to kill it by their Godzilla in the best way possible. In a 2.5-hour movie, it is only 45 seconds because real Godzilla took no shit.
I respect the gusto of that, man, because I know that wasn't cheap.
Oh, yeah. It couldn't have been.
You had to have such a level of hatred to spend that much money just to do it.
Look at what they did to my boy. They massacred him.
Yeah.
That's how I feel like Toho was. They massacred my boy. Look.
You know, that's somebody I want to have my back. With that kind of avenge me, please.
Yeah, and plus, like, the cool thing was too, like, I was 12 years old and just getting into like heavy music and stuff like that, and I was like, oh my god, Sum 41 is doing the soundtrack for this movie, and like I'm listening to Sum 41 and have Godzilla in the same 45-second span. It's fucking perfect. It was so perfect for a growing teenage boy. So what did you think of the kill?
I think the movie was 5 hours long, and it was horribly dubbed, and it drove me nuts. And the 45-second kill was phenomenal, but it was hard to get there. And then I was like, okay, cool, that's it. I'm going to fall asleep and take a nap for a minute, unintentionally. But it was great. I mean, he flies into the Sydney Opera House?
Yeah.
And it's just perfect whenever they destroy something that's iconic and you know where they are in the world. And it just got destroyed so beautifully, and all these, explosions, and it's just like bam. And then what's his face is, throwing a temper fit. And it felt like Power Rangers, where like Rita was just like yelling. Like I thought she was going to pop up in the corner and scream.
Yeah.
Or just like, rise my monsters, and like, and then just walk off.
It
felt like Power Rangers.
That's essentially what Godzilla films were back then. They're all
But at least they were color coded.
Godzilla green.
I like, what was the little thing that was walking around at one point? There's like this baby Godzilla thing that's walking around, and I'm like, what? Every time I look up, there's a weird other character that popped in and out, because it was basically the whole movie is like the best of Godzilla characters, and they all were just popping in and out and then they just go away again. And then there was like baby little dinosaur boy, and then he ran away.
It was Milla, or Minla, I think it was. I'm trying to remember the names. I want to say it's Minla.
And I like Sum 41, and that was cool. I was like, okay, great, Sum 41. All right, that's over. That was okay. Cool. And then back to the horrible dubbing, and then
I think it's pronounced Manila is the name of the little baby Godzilla. That he's literally the size of like an infant child, and
he looks like he belongs on Barney.
Yeah,
he's so cute.
I hated Barney.
When Barney came to my first birthday party, and
I'm sorry.
It's not the whole story right
I
now.
have to tell the story because it's great. Well, the summed up version is we had the videotape, and Barney, the guy who was supposed to be in the Barney costume, was late. And so my brothers and cousins are all screaming to the video camera, Barney's dead, and that's why he's not at the birthday party. Cut to this man walking down the street with a balloon and a clear plastic bag with a dismembered fucking Barney costume in his bag to come and get dressed at the party. So it looked like he mutilated Barney before coming to this child's birthday party in the 90s.
Yep.
Nice.
No, just make sure that he was smoking a cigarette, and then it really was the 90s.
Yeah, he probably was, honestly. Yeah. Jess, how about you? What did you think about this kill?
I had to watch. I didn't have the pleasure of watching the apparently quite long movie, but I had to watch the 45-second clip a few times because it is definitely action-packed. But yeah, I agree. It's cool seeing like landmarks. I didn't get it the first time because again, there's so much action going on. But then I was like, wait, that looks kind of familiar. I get the Power Ranger vibes too. Also, I agree with that. It was cool. I mean, I haven't been a huge Godzilla fan, but it's such a recognizable, character to say that, like, I don't know, it's cool to see. I'm not aware of much in the Godzilla universe, but it was a cool kill. And the story behind it, the fact of why they wanted to do it is also pretty cool.
Hell yeah. I recommend everybody watch it. You can, if you don't like the dubbing, you can watch it in Japanese. But it also has some American actors in it too, which is where they speak English in the movie, and then the other actors speak Japanese. So it's kind of like a nice commingle effect that they do.
You just speak your language.
Yeah, basically.
I think visually the whole movie looked great. Like I always love whenever Godzilla comes up. You're always rooting for him. You're always excited when he comes on. You always love the fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
They're always action packed. It's fun to see at that moment in time having songs and people like Sum 41 playing. It's just entertaining.
It's great.
And it fits and it's wonderful. And you're like, oh, that's great. I mean, I wish it was longer. I wanted more
Of the kill.
Yes.
Not the movie.
I wanted more of like the action-packed moment and everything's exciting, and then it just goes back to horrible dubbing. And then Tiny Monster.
But you see,
comes in
but that was the point. That Godzilla was not worthy of any more screen time than it did, because I think in total. So hold on, I want to ask Josh first. Like, Josh, what did you think of the kill?
So I do watch a lot of Godzilla movies. Unfortunately, I did not see this one. So the kill itself, when I first saw it, I'm like, that happened really fast. Saw it, then rewatched it again, and I was like, that looks exactly like the toy that I had as a kid, actually grown up. That Godzilla.
I had that too.
And the fact that when he went down so fast, and it's like, yeah, I would actually have that Godzilla killed pretty quick too. A lot in my imaginary playtimes, and and to piggyback off of what you said and just said, just the reason behind the kill elevates it just off of principle alone.
Okay, so to get to the plot of the movie, like these aliens come down, which was a huge thing with Godzilla movies. You have aliens and everything, and trying to take over, and they send down all these monsters to all different parts of the world. So that's why like Zilla was in Sydney. You had Anguirus, I think was maybe in America. You had Rodan in Paris. So, like you had all these different monsters all around the world, and they awakened Godzilla to basically go and like just take them all the fuck out. So it's
Excuse me.
So it's literally like a clip show, essentially like a highlight reel of Godzilla going into all these different parts of the world and just taking them out one by one until they like awaken the big monster, which was they awoken Gigan, and then King Ghidorah gets woken up, and it's like all out mayhem and shit like that. It's fucking great. But yeah, with them taking out Zilla, which I love that they named it Zilla versus Godzilla. They took the God aspect out of it completely and was just, no, you're just Zilla. You're not any bit of respect whatsoever. I think total screen time for that kill is 45 seconds. And then the introduction when they first like plop it into Sydney is maybe 10 seconds. So you get just like a minute of that monster in the movie.
Now, do they have to pay, when you pay for the rights, like you pay one time for the full thing, or is it per the amount of time?
If you buy the rights, you have it like forever. Well, not forever, but you have it like
You have the full.
You have full, like they could have done whatever they wanted with it.
yeah.
I guess it was out of spite that they're like, no, you only deserve this much.
Oh, absolutely.
Which I love. I do love that. I also love that it took place like all over the world, though, because I feel like so often we see things where it's typically New York City is always under fire, or you know, certain locations are always the same things happen in the same spot. So it was nice to see like other areas of the world happening.
Yeah, they've done that in other Godzillas.
Well, I remember like the newer Godzillas, like I think they like destroyed Tokyo at some point or whatever they were in, and like that was just like beautiful colors, and then just like the skyscrapers, and also it was just nice to see. It's not, I don't normally see like the Sydney Opera House get destroyed. It was just nice. Yeah, change of scenery.
They did primarily stick to Japan because there's a theme in the Godzilla movies that you destroy the there's a certain house like style building in Japan that I think it's called like a Patagonia or something like that. I could be butchering it completely of what it's called, but it's like the Japanese houses that have like the
triangle things.
Sure, yeah.
Those
like, exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's a staple in Godzilla films that they destroy those in every scene.
They topple so great every time.
Oh, it's beautiful. And also, like, this film was the last of the Millennium Godzilla series. And I think this might have been the last Godzilla movie that we got until we got Shin Godzilla, which came out alongside the Bryan Cranston Godzilla. I could be wrong. This is just what I'm remembering. Because Toho now, instead of taking the rights and buying the rights of Godzilla and killing them again, they just go, okay, cool. For every American movie that comes out, we're going to release our own Godzilla film. And that's when they did Shin Godzilla and Godzilla -1 and stuff like that that came out recently to correspond with the Bryan Cranston films.
I liked -1.
I still haven't seen it yet, unfortunately, and it's on my list. I have to fucking see it. I know it's on Netflix right now.
I'm binging off my brothers.
That's fair. I just remember, didn't we do an art show where you had people destroy the city as Godzilla?
Yes. We were helping out. We did an art show at Tattooed Moms called Box Office Bombs.
No, that wasn't the same one. That had trauma.
Oh no, you're right.
Because we had attacked something.
Was it All Monsters Attack?
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
Oh god, I gotta look it up now.
So we had like at one point we were doing these theme shows, and then one was all about like I think it was like monster movies. We built a cardboard city on the pool table, and then we destroyed the city at a point. But there was two people that came dressed as Godzilla characters, and they led the raid into. And we did not know these people. They just got so excited for the theme and came in costume, and they led the raid into like destroying the cardboard city, and it was the funniest damn thing.
Yeah, they came dressed up as.
I think it's called it was All Monsters Attack or whatever the hell that.
They came dressed up as Godzilla and Mothra.
Yeah,
and
it was so funny. It was.
It was All Monsters Attack, the art show. And that was the show that we did benefiting Philomoka.
Yeah.
Which Philomoka played Aphasia, our feature film, and by the time that this comes out, it would already have been premiered, but we're premiering our newest short there this coming Monday, August 11th. So by the time that this comes out, our short film Drag is premiering there, and it'll already be on the interwebs. But yeah, that was awesome.
That sounds like a great experience.
It was a lot of fun. The theme shows were a lot of fun. Would like to bring them back with some additional planning.
Yeah, I want to do more monster stuff. What did this kill make any of you guys want to watch more Godzilla films, or just like at least go and watch just monster fights?
So I've seen, definitely not all of them, but I've seen my fair share, definitely over 10 Godzilla movies. So I don't know how I missed this, so I might actually go back and watch this one.
How about you, Jess?
I mean, I like the monster fighting aspect of it. I don't know if I'm like itching to go watch a gazillion Godzilla movies, but that's just me personally. But I do have a question though, because Godzilla movies, there's a lot of them spanning over a long period of time. How would you say like this kill or kills in earlier movies compare to kills in more recent movies, given the technological changes?
And for like Godzilla specifically?
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question one more time?
Like, obviously, the older films were working with different technology, different effects, and whatnot. Do you feel like they still stand on their own as, memorable? Obviously, this one is memorable also because of reasons behind it, but like kills in early Godzilla movies compared to, and even if it's, Japanese versus American movies, do you feel like if you were to give me advice in terms of which have the best cinematic kills or monster fights or whatever, would you be more likely to recommend the older ones or the newer ones?
Oh, okay. For someone who hasn't watched a lot of Godzilla movies or any, I mean, I would personally say you're probably better off with the newer ones, mainly because, like, yeah, the technology is a little bit better there, but it also depends on interest. But I feel like the acting is a lot better now than it was back then. But considering that I grew up with the monsters being in suits versus a computer generated monster, I think there's a certain charm to those movies, and feel like you watch them for entertainment purposes and they're just all out fun to just watch these people basically wrestle in monster suits that can barely move. And if you want a good laugh at that, then I recommend those ones. Like, for example, Godzilla versus Astro Monster or Monster Zero has a couple different titles. There's the monsters in that are Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Mothra. And there's a part where Godzilla does this goofy fucking dance where he's just like jumping up and like dancing around because he won, and grabbing King Ghidorah by the tail and just throwing him, and it's just literally a guy in a suit being tossed on wires. But I think it all depends on interest. If you like hokey shit, definitely watch the original stuff. But if you want more drama and more kind of I guess like detailed effect, then the newer ones will probably be your best bet. And plus, like, there's not a lot of kills necessarily. Like, yeah, the monsters get killed, which usually ends in them like being obliterated the same way with the atomic breath or something along those lines, or buildings being destroyed in explosions. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like Power Rangers where they all die in explosions. So they're not really too creative, but they're just filled with entertainment. So I would say that. Plus, the older movies, the plots are very ridiculous. Like in the original Godzilla versus Gigan, they're cockroach people. Like, they're cockroaches that turn into people, and they're running an amusement park. And when they die, they turn back into bugs. So
All right.
yeah, they're a bit more ridiculous in concept.
Not a concept I've seen redone.
For a
Thankfully.
reason. And especially too because like Godzilla was a propaganda film when it first came out. The original Godzilla movie was Japan's reaction to Hiroshima. And Godzilla and the first movie is a horror movie that it's this giant radioactive monster destroying Japan and Tokyo, and it was what they felt after being bombed by a nuclear war. It was a representation of a nuclear bomb coming. And then the second one, Godzilla Raids Again, came out, and they're like, oh, now for some reason the sponsor's a hero fighting other monsters.
Change the narrative.
Yeah. Because like the first one is shot very documentary like, which and it's black and white, and they really achieved success by shooting low and aiming up high to really make the scale of the monster. And it's, if you watch the American version, there's a guy like documenting everything that's going. He's a reporter, like talking about the monster destroying everything and killing people, and it's terrifying to watch that, and then how much it has changed over the years.
That could be interesting to watch the progression though. Especially if they have ideas that people haven't done again. It could be nice to bring them back with a new twist.
They kind of did.
Be a cockroach person.
No, not that one.
They kind of did that with when they did Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla was kind of a remake of the first one where it's just Godzilla, and they go through the growth process of it where he's developing from the radioactivity and turning into Godzilla, which is like really cool watching him get a skeletal system and get like there's a part where he can't walk yet, and it's just like his front half is down and running through the city because he can't hold himself up yet, and he's just destroying buildings, just running, and he's like a zombie looking. Blood is falling out of his tail because he didn't form tissue yet. It's fucking grotesque and awesome.
Skipping no details.
It's great, honestly.
And that's the Shin one, right?
Shin Godzilla, yeah.
When did that come out?
Josh, what is your favorite Godzilla movie?
I mean, honestly, my favorite one, and it's only because I just saw it and comparing it to the 1998 one, which is what started my journey. I would like to say the -1. I won't spoil it too much, but I like the plot of it and how Godzilla wasn't originally just out there. It was like, is he an intelligent creature? And that's kind of what they played a little bit on. I was like, with some of the things that he did, and I'm like, that's interesting. And that's scary as hell to think that Godzilla could be also a genius. Deep Blue Sea taught me smart animals aren't the best choice.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that movie in forever.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Good job, LL Cool J.
Yes, he did.
Oh, cool, you can fight Godzilla.
Can survive.
Right.
Which is so funny. I found out in all his contracts that's just what it is. Like, I cannot die in this movie. I'm like, that's in all your contracts?
Wait, that's in his contract? That's
Yeah.
why he survived in Halloween H2O. Holy shit.
Yeah, he literally can't die, which I thought was great.
But why?
I really don't
Never wants
know.
to die.
That's my assumption is whenever he started this, it was like, well, we always die first in every movie. I'm never going to do it. And I think that's where it stemmed from, but it's a rabbit hole to honestly go into.
I mean, it's also if there's a chance for part 2, your character's dead. So you
Sure,
won't
that's yeah.
Money. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes most sense.
Oh god, that's so funny.
I'm like, how we want to kill me.
Yeah.
I think that's usually like the most fun. The effects are always the most fun thing to do. So like,
Did he not die in Anaconda? Wasn't he in Anaconda?
he probably survived. Yes.
Was
Or was
it?
that Ice Cube?
I thought that was. Well, I could be wrong. Where was that?
Oh,
Ice?
yeah. This is a Mandela effect. LL Cool J or Ice Cube in Anaconda. Apparently, it's a Mandela effect.
What?
It's Ice Cube.
It's Ice Cube.
I
Yeah.
thought so. That's why I was like, wait. I thought he was him and J-Lo, I think. Which
Yeah.
I thought was kind of an interesting cast at the time. I was like,
No, but it is the two of them sitting in bodies of water when you look up the photos next to each other. But it's LL Cool J and Deep Blue Sea, and then next to it is Ice Cube and Anaconda.
why is it like this?
Oh, damn it.
I'm just okay, algorithm. I don't even know what I don't even know.
Yeah. Well, apparently it fooled me because I thought it was LL Cool J in Anaconda. I also haven't seen Anaconda since it probably came out on Sci-Fi. So
I don't think many people are like, I should watch this again.
probably not.
Definitely not.
No.
And now I know they have spin-offs like Sharknado, and I'm like, who's funding these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, the first
Oh
Sharknado
my
was
God.
entertaining.
No, Sharknado's fine, and then it became a ghost at one point.
Ghost Shark.
Yep.
Ghost Shark is fucking great. I highly
I
recommend
did
it.
watch it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
It's so funny.
When he-
I mean, you imagine going to the investors like, I got this idea. So there's a shark, but don't worry, it's not going to cost us anything. It's a ghost.
It died, and it eats a kid out of a.
There's no, don't worry, it's not going to cost anything.
Oh god! It killed a kid out of a bucket of water, and then it killed a kid in a slip and slide because the ghost shark can reappear where there's bodies of water. That goes for any sense of water.
Nice.
It's fucking shit.
Oh, it makes my rib hurt.
It's horrible. Well, I mean, was he considered a dinosaur? What is he?
Godzilla was a reptile created from radioactive waste.
So he's more like a ninja.
He's a
turtle.
lizard. He's a Ninja Turtle.
That is a
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look it up
Okay,
because I'm
so
more curious.
it's Ninja Turtles meets Power Rangers. Like if you had described Godzilla to me that way, well, you like Ninja Turtles and you like Power Rangers, you like Godzilla, then I think that's a selling point, right?
So,
a little misleading, but it is accurate. Because I'm like, I don't know if he does kung fu. But
no, so Godzilla
That's the next one that's going to come out. Just give it another couple years.
is a
I'd still watch
prehistoric
it.
reptile.
With AI, anything's possible.
Is a prehistoric reptile awakened and mutated by nuclear testing in the Pacific.
Okay, so
That was the technical origin story of
okay.
Godzilla.
So Land Before Time meets the Power Rangers and Ninja Turtles.
I would think more Jurassic World, technically.
I mean, fine.
When they made
But when they made him fat, it reminded me of Land Before Time, but he's just cute. And the little baby dinosaur thing.
yes.
little foot. Oh, and I got a dinosaur.
We love this universe and we're just laughing about it, but
It's fine. It's a ridiculous movie. All the Godzilla movies are ridiculous to laugh at, and that's fine.
they think they have a lot of really creative characters. But when did it become? Wasn't there the newer one where he fought King Kong?
Well,
Like
they
Godzilla?
originally did that in the 70s.
Okay, and they brought it back.
Yeah.
Did
So
they have a Victor in the 70s?
and that was technically the third Godzilla movie because they wanted to like cross them over and like so you had Godzilla raids again, and then King Kong versus Godzilla, I believe. And then with King Kong, it was the two Kong movies that came out in like the first one in the 30s, the other one in like the 40s with Mighty Joe Young, and then a dry spell for a while of King Kong, and then they brought them back, and they had to like really mess with the scaling to where they made Godzilla smaller to match King Kong, and it was also like another guy in a suit fighting him.
I do love that.
Like this is how ridiculous it was too, that Godzilla took a tree and was shoving it in King Kong's mouth, like taking a whole tree and shoving it in his fucking mouth.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I'm picturing this in 70s TV.
Oh
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I need to see a picture of that.
Hey, I'm gonna pull up a photo because it's fucking.
But I mean,
great.
I feel like they all start and end the same way, but you can't. It's like Batman versus Superman. You can't have one beat the other. You can't destroy a universe.
It came out in
Right.
'62.
You know, so like even like they're just like, oh, I guess the world needs both of us. We can't beat each other. Like, I mean, I love watching the fights, and I love the newer Kong versus like Godzilla versus Kong, whatever the hell that one was called. I loved watching them together. It was great. It also was visually wonderful. But like again, you know it's going to end with like they just go off and do their.
My mistake.
You go this way, I'll go
It's-
that way.
It's King Kong shoving it in Godzilla's mouth.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
Yep.
Yes, it's fucking
See, I think
brilliant.
I think we can easily do a watch along or come back to another kill of Godzilla with one of the originals. Like, I love watching that stuff with like knowing how they made it with them in suits and how they built it. I love all those behind the scenes photos, and there's something magical about that moment in time and how they shot it.
Yeah, well,
It's amazing for things that are like the technology now, but it's things that you talked about before, like the Netflix polish. So it's like you lose a lot of that magic in today's technology.
Yeah, well, and that was the good thing with Godzilla Final Wars. It was a blend. You had your guys in suits blended with your CG characters. Like Zilla for this kill was completely CGI, and they weren't gonna build a suit for that. They were gonna. I personally think they lifted it from that movie and just plopped it in. Like I feel like they keyed out everything else and just kept the Zilla like renders and just put it in there and didn't even bother to change anything from it, just to fucking destroy it and show how shitty it was.
That would definitely be the most efficient way. And even on principle, it's like I don't even want to touch it. Just kill the thing.
Just kill the thing. Because to be fair, like the only thing I really remember about the '98 movie is like for some reason in the subway system, like Godzilla laid eggs, and there was like mini ones in the fucking subway. It's like the only thing I really remember about it.
And
Like,
honestly,
Godzilla.
Basically, what I think they tried to do was recreate the raptor scene from fucking Jurassic Park. That's what I
can
think.
definitely see that. And it didn't go anywhere. And that was my most disappointing part, where it's like y'all set it up for more, but you didn't do anything.
No, it had a great cast. And you had Hank Azaria was in it, and I think Harry Shearer. Like, you had an amazing cast for this movie, and even like Matthew Broderick. Like, I
didn't hate the movie at the time.
Maybe at the time I did. I don't remember. I don't remember. I was a kid.
And that's why the only thing I remember from it is like, the eggs, like you said, and then I don't remember how it ended, but I remember them keying in on the eggs, and then nothing of Godzilla.
You know what else I remember about it?
Oh boy.
I think Josh knows where I'm going with this.
Oh boy.
Jog my memory, please.
The Led Zeppelin P. Diddy song, because he did Kashmir.
I did.
I remembered fucking music video where they superimposed Diddy and Robert Plant on a rooftop with a full orchestra of them doing Kashmir.
And now I remember that as a kid, I'm like, what is going on? Because that was back when I was like Bad Boys for Life before I knew what Diddy was. I was like, what has happened?
Oh God.
Yep.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's good. That aged so poorly.
Big time. Remember, my brother he gave me the soundtrack on cassette tape, and it was like might have been like the singles. I think it just had like that song and something else on it.
Oh god, I'm hot. Like that laugh made my body hot. I forgot about it. Thank you.
Yep. Anytime. Whoa, fuck. All right, we can pull it back around. Starting with you, Jill. What are your final thoughts on the ZILLA kill?
I think it was for the 45 seconds that it lasted. I think it was wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I wish it was longer. It was exciting. I love Sum 41. Might not be my favorite kill that's ever existed from Godzilla or anything else. It was entertaining, but that movie was 5 hours long. So for 45 seconds, I appreciate it. I will still argue that it's 5 hours long, no matter what anyone says.
At what part in the movie does this kill take place?
2 hours in.
No, not 2 hours in. Because the movie's like 2 hours. I want to say...
Look up the runtime of the movie. I'm telling you it was 4 hours long.
Hold on.
Because I remember being like, it's been 2 hours and the kill was 45 seconds long.
Hold on.
Saying at least more than halfway through the movie.
It is definitely more than halfway through. I will not argue that.
And it's 45 seconds long. Tell me, it's 5 hours.
I like that every time Jill says it, it's like longer.
Watch the whole movie, Jess. I told you to be prepared for
it's 12 hours long.
It's 12 hours long.
So
it's been 10 years and it's still going.
Godzilla Final Wars is 2 hours and 6 minutes. And this
fine, and it happened in an hour and 45 minutes.
It might have happened in an hour.
It happened so far in because like we're watching and I'm trying to like pay attention so I know what to talk about, and I sometimes would take notes when we like talk about kills a week, and I'm going and I'm like, okay, this doesn't feel like it's gonna happen anytime soon, because normally like he's just like, all right, the kill's coming up, and I'm like, I thought it was over, like oh okay, cool, it's gonna happen now, and then another 3 hours.
The YouTube clip is 45 seconds, but according to Google, the scene lasts approximately 13 seconds.
And how far into the movie?
That's what I'm trying to find.
I'm telling you, what, an hour and 45 minutes in.
Oh God, I'm trying to find the actual timestamp without having to put it on.
Jess, you can watch it tonight and let me know how far in it happens. You know. Mm-hmm. It was so long.
Oh God.
The last scene of the movie.
It just felt like there were so many things happening simultaneously. Well, like sometimes it happens to us when we watched The Omen and we talked about the kill for what's
It's All For You, Damien.
Yeah, and then we talked about that and we watched it. We're like, wow, that really happened within the first 5 seconds of the movie. It practically opens on this kill. We're like, well, ain't that some shit? We just forgot how fast it happened. Godzilla, on the other hand, is the complete opposite.
I'm gonna find out what time span this is in. While I'm doing that, Jess, why don't you tell me your final thoughts on this kill?
It was very action-packed, and it does feel like it happens very, very quickly. But my favorite part about the kill itself is the backstory behind it, and knowing that they, purchased the rights just to do that. It kind of makes sense that it's short and sweet and to the point. 2+ hours into the movie, or however long we decided it actually is.
I'm at 3 hours into the movie now. 3 hours it happened. Yes.
Great music, great action, just quick.
React to it. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah, it definitely adds.
What'd you think, Josh?
So, as you described it as Ninja Turtles meets Land Before Time
Meets Power Rangers.
So many.
meets Power Rangers, I think that I do have to watch it because that just sounds like nothing but action-packed nostalgia.
It really is. It's like it's Power Rangers. Every 5 seconds, there's a new monster that's popping up, and I'm just waiting for Rita to show up and scream, and then run off. It really is. And now knowing like what Godzilla technically is, it's absolutely Land Before Time and Ninja Turtles, or a little Jurassic Park mixed in there too. But I don't know why Before Time is funnier. I think of the little one that was so cute.
Okay, so Zilla appears very briefly in a segment set in Australia. The encounter with
Everything
Godzilla
happens briefly over the 10 hours.
The 1 hour and 5 minute mark. There is your time.
12-hour-long movie.
Yes.
In a 12-hour-long movie, an hour in.
An hour and
finally happened.
5
have to do that
an
anymore.
hour and 5 minutes in is when you get this glorious kill.
I just remember we watched the kill. I'm like, that was it. And I watched for like another 5 minutes, and I don't remember falling asleep, but I remember all of a sudden all the lights are on and you're standing over me telling me to go to bed. And I'm like, oh, it's over?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uncultured swine, I swear. I will say my final thoughts of this kill is it's great. The whole movie is great. Abigail agrees.
Come here, Abigail. What do you think? You didn't even stay for the movie either. Yeah.
Yeah.
You left too.
Come on. Or just yell over there. That's fine too. I personally love it. I grew up with these movies. There's a very decent charm to it. Abigail agrees. It was great.
She does not like that.
No, she does not. Bye. But yeah, I recommend people watch it just for entertainment purposes. Like, as an American, watching it with the dub has just become such a staple that everyone mimics it. It has become a parody upon itself to have it to where, people are like, oh my God, what is that? And just keep moving their mouths because of those movies. And there's a certain charm to it that you just like love. And seeing guys in suits destroy, toy cities is just brilliant to me. So I love it. I want everybody to watch it, and just for entertainment value alone, it's great. So, and one last thing before we sign off. If anyone does like people in suits destroying cities, it's on YouTube. It is a professional wrestling league called Kaiju Big Battle, and all the wrestlers are in monster suits, and in the ring is miniature cities, and they actually wrestle each other in the ring, destroying the cities, and it is highly, highly entertaining. So if you love Godzilla and you love professional wrestling, Kaiju Big Battle is for you.
I'm gonna YouTube that. I just got to see what that is.
Oh, it's fantastic. I went on a huge kick of that like many years ago. I should get back into it. And the new thing that I'm really into watching is it's MMA fighting, but it's dudes in suits of armor fucking each other up with swords and maces and shit.
That's lit. I've seen clips of it online. I'm like, that's lit.
It is awesome. It's like going to the Renaissance Fair and like watching the joust, but they really fuck each other up.
I got to get out more.
It's so good. And on that note, I want to thank everybody for joining us for this episode of Kill of the Week. And we'll see you guys again soon.